A new timeline put in place on Congress when it comes to the stimulus package. Also, December 21st is a new line in the sand that we need to watch very, very closely. And what economists are now saying about inflation and gas prices over the coming days and weeks. All of that plus more in this video, so let's get into it right away. But if you haven't done so yet, or if you happen to be new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with all of this information that is changing very rapidly right now. I do all the research each and every day on your behalf, and I take all that information, boil it all down into these short videos so that you can stay tuned with everything going on. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right away. All right, so let's quickly talk about the new timeline that is being put in place on Congress when it comes to the stimulus package. Believe it or not, Congress was actually scheduled to be leaving at the end of this week for their vacation, and they would be gone through the rest of the year. However, it's been extended so that they can work on very important priorities like the NDAA, which is the National Defense Authorization Act, and they can also work on the debt ceiling as well as the reconciliation bill, otherwise known as the stimulus package. So as you can see, they have a lot to work on here, which is going to take much longer than just a few days of this week, which is exactly why they have extended their schedule, and they're going to be staying quite a bit longer. So the House has actually extended their schedule by 1 week. So as of right now, they plan on leaving in a week from Friday. So they're going to be here for about 2 more working weeks. Now the Senate, they extended their schedule another week beyond that, and they're going to be working right up till Christmas. So that's actually a good thing because we know, as I've talked about many, many times now, the Senate is the ones who have the reconciliation bill in their possession right here, right now. So it's good that the Senate will be staying an extra week. And if they just so happen to think that the stimulus package will be going under some major reform, as in some major amendments coming through on that thing, maybe the House will actually stay and or come back for a vote if the Senate actually gets it through. So either way, it's nice that they have actually extended their session out for at least a couple weeks here, and they will still be working on this thing rather than hitting the road on Friday of this week for a long holiday vacation. So I'm glad to see that they're staying, simply because I always go with the idea that if you don't finish your work, you don't get to go play, right? So therefore, it's nice that they're actually staying in session and actually getting a few things done here. So once again, it's going to be very, very busy this week, next week, and going forward right up until Christmas for the Senate anyway. But either way, even for the House of Representatives, for the next 2 weeks here, it'll be very busy for them as well. All right, let's quickly jump into December 21st and why that date is so very important. So we've talked about this before, but the timeline continues to adjust a little bit. Now, this is in reference to the debt ceiling. Remember that one? We've been hearing about this for quite a while now. Well, as of about a month and a half ago, they extended out the deadline as far as they approved an additional $480 billion of funding so that the Treasury continue paying all the bills on the behalf of the federal government. Well, that $480 billion was supposed to get them to about December 3rd. Well, we've gone past that, and the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, has said, well, I think we can stretch it out a little bit longer. She didn't say exactly that, but essentially she said she thinks that it's going to extend out until about December 15th. Well, that's actually been adjusted a little bit more now. So, according to the Bipartisan Policy Center, they've actually said that a new timeline and a new line in the sand is anywhere between December 21st and January 28th now, as far as when Janet Yellen can continue to extend things out a little bit further before the federal government could potentially default on obligations and their bills. So this is very important to watch very closely because this is actually something else that Congress needs to get done before they leave on their holiday break, if that just so happens to actually occur. Now, we've also seen many lawmakers come out and say they anticipate actually working right on through the holidays and through the end of the year. Now, again, I highly doubt they're going to be sitting there on Christmas Day working and actually trying to get something done. Highly doubt it. I highly doubt they're going to be sitting there working on New Year's Day trying to get something done. So they probably will still have a few days off, but for the most part, when they say they're going to be working through the holidays, meaning they're going to work the days right up until, and then right afterward, they'll be working right there again. So kind of good for them. If they don't finish their work, they should probably still be there working, right? Because remember, they are there working on the behalf of the American people. So this is something else that they need to add to their calendar over the next couple weeks here that they need to get hammered out. In fact, some people have actually said, lawmakers have said, that it would be a really bad idea if Congress were to hit the road without addressing the debt ceiling issue, because this could be something that could be very catastrophic if they don't actually get it done within the next couple weeks here. So December 21st is the new date that they are identifying as saying, hey, at any point basically between December 21st and January 28th, we could see some kind of really scary issues coming on. However, Janet Yellen has also said that December 15th could still be the date in which they may not be able to pay some of their obligations going on beyond that. So even though the 21st is kind of the date where they're saying, this is where it all could start happening. But anyway, starting here within the next few days, essentially the next week, 2 weeks or so, it could kind of get to be kind of a scary situation. Now, one more thing I want to point out. This is also where Janet Yellen has also mentioned that without addressing the debt ceiling here, this could potentially impact millions upon millions of Social Security, retirement, SSDI, disability, survivors, SSI, VA, military pay, government pay. All of these people could be impacted by the inaction of Congress. And by the way, I've actually had a video out just a few days ago, and I actually had a video clip embedded within that video showing Janet Yellen actually talking about that very specifically right there in that video. So if you want to see that for yourself, I will link that video down below. You can watch it, and you can hear the words come right out of Janet Yellen's mouth talking about these millions of beneficiaries maybe not getting some of their pay as a result of this debt ceiling issue. So I will link that video so you can hear the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, saying those words herself. So I'll link that down below. I'll put it in the description as well as in the top of the comment section, the pinned comment, if you want to watch that video. All right, let's quickly talk about inflation and gas prices. Now, this is something we have to watch closely as well because things are changing very rapidly. Well, according to a recent report and a panel of different of economists, they're actually saying that 87% of the economists in this panel are actually saying that the inflation pressures that we're seeing right now are actually from the supply chain issues, putting pressures and on actually prices. So that's what's causing these prices that we're seeing, the increases in prices. So 87% of the economists are actually saying it's due to the supply chain issues. Well, 58% of these economists also said that we could start to see some of these prices start to ease in early 2022, or what I should say is in the first half of 2022. That's what they actually said. 58% of them said we could start seeing prices ease in the first half of 2022. Well, that could mean like out into June, right? So we may start seeing prices easing all the way out into June. So yeah, kind of interesting. Sorry. But yeah, we'll keep watching that very closely because this is going to impact a lot of people going forward, right? So, but anyway, I wanted to point that out. Now, one last thing here I want to mention too is gas prices. So, remember last week I was out one day saying, they were saying that they were really proud because they dropped the national average of gas by 2.1 cents per gallon just in one day alone. And of course, they were getting ripped for that. But according to what they are saying now is that the national average for 1 gallon of gas as of yesterday was $3.34. And now they're anticipating possibly by the end of this week, we could potentially see it, the national average of 1 gallon of gas, potentially under $3.30. So we could possibly drop another 4 cents per gallon by the end of this week. Wow, I mean, we're really saving some money here, aren't we? Yeah, but anyway, they might actually anticipate by the end of this year, we could potentially be seeing gas prices under $3 a gallon. That's only a few weeks away. Maybe. I think that's possible wishful thinking, but you never know. Maybe it'll actually happen. That sure would be nice for a lot of people out there. So, this is what I have for you as of right now. Again, there's a lot of things going on out here right now, and Congress is back in session this week. There's going to be working on the stimulus package as well as a variety of other things out there. And of course, I'll continue watching everything very closely and I'll keep you posted with any new details. So again, go back and watch that video that I have linked down below in the top of the comments section, as well as in the description. That's the one where you can see the comments right out of the Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, and her comments on Social Security and all of those beneficiaries as far as potential delays to payments as a result of the debt ceiling issues, which we just talked about a few minutes ago. So, hope this helps you out. Again, I'm going to get back to the research. I'll come back with you a little bit later today with another update and whatever's cooking between now and then, as I guarantee it, there's going to be some new things popping up because there always is. So, enjoy your day. Thanks again. Watch that video down below. Go back and check out some of the other videos right here on the channel. And feel free to share this video with your friends, family, and social media. And of course, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again. I appreciate it. I'll catch you later.